One of the things that I find a little unnerving during this crisis that we're going through is that some people may lose their faith. I know in times of great stress, some people will come to God and cling to God out of their spiritual need, and others will let their faith weaken or they will lose their faith. I was thinking about this when I was looking at some of those funny pictures that say, the person had one job and they messed it up. There was a picture of a stock clerk working in a grocery store. He's working in the produce section under a sign that said yellow onions, and he was stacking hundreds of cans of soup in the yellow onion section. Another picture showed a highway worker whose one job it was to put up stop signs. And it showed the result of his work at a four-way intersection where he'd hung all the stop signs upside down. I know that many of you believe, as I do, that our one main job as people of faith is to love others. Matter of fact, Jesus said that, didn't he? When asked what the greatest commandment was, he said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. That's our job. But how do we do that? How do we do that when we're socially isolated and sheltering in place and we can't get out there with people? I know that some of you do as I do and you volunteer. I volunteer a couple of places. How do we work in those social agencies where we volunteer when our intent is to love people and give people the gift of human touch and pray with them and help them find food, clothing, and shelter? How do we do that when we can't leave home? Well, there's those ways that we know about. We can send them encouraging emails. We can send them a card through the U.S. mail. We can call them. We can keep up with people and check on them through social media. We can talk to our neighbors across the yard. But that's not really satisfying for us, is it? It feels like, to me at least, I'm doing my one job. I had one job and I'm not doing it, or I'm doing it wrong. This time has given me an opportunity to stop and think about what our job might be right now. Maybe we're being given the opportunity to focus on another job that we need to be better at, and that is increase our faith. Maybe we use this time to read our Bibles more, to pray more, to spend more time in connecting with each other through social media. But maybe our job right now is to increase our faith. Jesus was asked another question in the Gospel of John, chapter 6, verses 28 through 29. He was asked, how is it that we do what God requires of us? And he answered, God requires of you to believe in the one whom he sent. Let's spend this time doing exactly that, believing and maintaining and sharpening our faith in the one whom he sent by continuing to model Christ through our love of others, by continuing to read the Bibles, by continuing to pray. The world needs two things right now. It needs our good works. And we can't really do that great one job as well as we like to right now. So let's do our other job. Maintain our faith. And when this is over, and it will pass, we should remember all those things we couldn't do and wanted so badly to do, and then go and do them without hesitation. And do it gladly, because this is what is required of us. Amen.